Gang.
YouTube, today we're going to be making a video about marijuana and tobacco use, and I want to make this video because I know it's a lot of people out there that suffer the same problem that I suffered of being a heavy smoker. And I didn't just smoke nicotine or cigarettes, straight tobacco. I was wrapping up my marijuana with tobacco, so you know, the addiction is just as equal to me, honestly, you know. Like, some people are more addicted to the actual nicotine than they are addicted to the actual marijuana, you know. But I just wanted to make this video because I know a lot of people are facing the same problem that I was facing. And I think if I can stop, anybody can stop. And I honestly think that I can possibly help the people that's suffering this issue at the moment, you know. And now I'm currently 1 month and like a month and a half clean from any type of drugs, period, in my system, you know. Even though I never did like no crazy drugs, it was just straight marijuana and tobacco that I wrapped my marijuana in. If you want to call that a drug, that's a drug too. But I honestly think a lot of people are more addicted to the tobacco than the marijuana, or it's just an equal addiction. So I just wanted to include tobacco in there as well. But honestly, I just wanted everybody to see this. Like, people that's not started smoking yet, I want you to see this so you will know not to smoke, or it's really not worth it. Or people that's in the same position I was just 2 months ago, wanting to quit but just ain't know how to quit, or thinking like, oh, it's a million other things I could be doing. Marijuana is no big deal and stuff like that. But we're gonna hop right into it, you know. And the first thing I want to get into is the health effects and the damage that it causes to your body and stuff like that. The physical damage it causes to your body. And the first one I want to go over is lung damage. It affects your stamina. It causes mucus and tar to build up in your system, and that could like really affect your stamina. And like if you a smoker and you like play some sports, you would notice it. Or if you're very active and you smoke, like, you would definitely notice it, and you would definitely notice the whole just all the effects it have on you. And like, I know if you a smoker, and like a lot of smokers go through this, especially if you're a heavy smoker, like when you breathing in, you feel like a sharp pain. You have to like exhale quickly or stuff like that. Like, a lot of people like go through that, and it's like that's a part of your lungs just being so congested and stuff like that. And another thing I want to talk about as far as health wise is like just, you know, cancer and stuff like that. It make you more susceptible to throat and lung cancer and stuff like that. And then another one that people really don't think about is heart problems, you know. It can lead to high blood pressure. It can lead to you know, overall heart failure or just heart attacks and stuff like that. And this is just the stuff that physical, like the physical stuff that's going on, not the mental stuff. Even though that's physical in a way too, but this is the stuff that you notice. You just notice. And when you're young, I understand you feel invincible, just like I did, like I do, you know, feel invincible, and you don't really realize stuff can catch up to you until you get older and stuff like that. Like, now I'm currently 20, but I'm glad I realized sooner than later, because it could have went very bad if I just was. Now, I ain't gonna say very bad, but you know, it could have just slowly destroyed me from the inside out. As long as I kept doing it, so I'm glad that I nipped it into the bud as of now, you know, so I didn't be 40, 50 years old with COPD and other respiratory related issues, you know. Another thing that that marijuana and tobacco use can have like a negative effect on you is your basically depression and anxiety. And I know a lot of people may think that they take certain drugs for that exact reason, for that to go away, but in all reality, me being a heavy smoker, and I can say this wholeheartedly, like, it does not help. It does not help. If anything, it intensifies the feelings, you know. And a lot of people be like, he don't know what he's talking about, or he's just talking. He really don't know what he's talking about. But trust me, the longer you do it, probably when you first start and stuff like that, it probably makes seem like it's helping. But the longer you do it, the more that you realize like it's actually a cycle, and it's actually intensifying the feelings, you know. And if you were a heavy smoker and you stop smoking, you will realize that like when you stop smoking, you feel 100 times better because it's like um you're not so much dependent on this substance to make you feel a certain way, if you know what I mean. But heavy smokers, you know what I mean, you know. And like the other thing is like dependence and like addiction to this certain substance, you know. This is all really like mental, but it's just as much important as the physical, you know, like far as like heart problems and lung issues and just stuff like that. You know, it's just as important because this is what actually causes you to actually run back to the drug, but you're not knowing that's actually intensifying those negative thoughts and those negative feelings, you know. Another thing that it can have an effect on, this is mainly for like minors and young adults such as myself. I'm 20, so I'm considered a young adult, but it's also for minors because I started smoking when I was 13, so I know it's a lot of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 year olds that's out here smoking, especially nowadays. The whole nicotine craze, the whole vape craze, that it's more young people than that smoking nowadays, you know. And one thing about it is lower focus and lower memory. Like you probably don't realize it, or a lot of people probably just you probably brush it off to the side because again you probably feel invincible because you're young. Let me tell you something real quick. When I was super young, I used to honestly feel like I couldn't die. Like that's why I used to feel like until I started seeing death, you know. But when I was like real young, like 5, 6, 7, is when I started realizing, okay, I can die, you know. But before then, I felt honestly invincible. I was like, what could kill me? Nothing can kill me, you know. But the older you get, the more you realize, like, yeah, it's taking it's a real toll, and you can die out here, you know, from any little thing, like any little thing can kill you, you know. But that's beside the point. I just wanted to make that clear. But reduce focus and memory. That is a very big obstacle and a very big thing that can honestly happen. Because one thing that I could say is I only been not smoking for a month and a half, and I feel like this last month and a half has been longer, has been the longest month I ever experienced. Like I feel like I smoked the last 6, 7 years of my life away. Like literally, like it flew by so fast that like it just flew by so fast, you know. And I think that is because I was just smoking marijuana to pass the time, not knowing that you don't want to pass the time. You want to appreciate all the time you have. You don't want to just you don't want to just pass time. You want to appreciate all the time you got because you never know when you can be off this earth, you know. And another thing when it comes to like grown adults and stuff like that is it lower motivation. You know, weed make you marijuana and particularly make you feel like everything is all right and you don't have really a sense of urgency to do anything, you know. But like I'm here to tell you that that can kill a lot of dreams, you know. That can lead to heavy procrastination, lead you to just not getting everything you need to be done because marijuana give you that false sense of reality that make you feel like everything is okay and in all reality it's not, you know. Another thing that I want to talk about this situation is about the whole marijuana and tobacco use is the cost of the addiction. Oh my God, man. This the part that I really wanted to drill into a lot of people's head more than anything. The cost of addiction is very. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Like I used to buy like before I was like making like the proper. I say the proper adult bread because now I'm not making like so much money, but I'm making a decent amount of money to where like I can actually I could do a lot for myself. Like, you know, I don't need nobody for nothing. I'm making enough money to where I can support myself and buy wants and needs and go on trips sometimes, even though I really don't travel at the moment because I'm really building everything that I want. But you could just do more things that you used to be able to do. But before then, I was buying like little $10 bags of weed, $20 bags, Southbucks, Dubs. I'm just saying this because a lot of people don't know this lingo, but Southbucks, Dubs, Trey Fast, motherfucking, that's the eighth. 335, that's the eighth. You know, y'all know this. A lot of people know this, but I'm just saying it for people that don't. You know, because I want this to be for a wider audience, not just people that's in the hood, so to say. You know, but that actually you spending more money buying the little portion than you would spend buying a big portion. So when I got enough money to play with, I would start buying zips. You know, like that's a 28 grams. You know, an ounce. You know. I was buying the ounce, you know, and I was spending anywhere for like $150 to like $180 each ounce, but I was buying an ounce every week, you know. But the blunt wraps cost, you know, I was within the past couple years, everything went way up, so I was spending way more money on blunt wraps than I originally would. So I was spending probably, if I was spending 150 on the zip a week, or anywhere from 150 to 180 on the zip a week, I was spending at least 40, maybe 50, maybe $60 on blunt wrap. Just, you know, like I could show you like so much. It's gonna be in the thumbnail. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in the thumbnail. But so many boxes of blunt wraps that all from this year, and it just add up to like so much money, you know. And yeah, and a lot of people, and all that money could have been put to other places. Could have got me so much more. I could have put that into crypto stocks and had that money be built if I just would have put the weed down sooner, you know. And I just want to nail this one in home. Like I wanted this exact portion of the video to really like stand out because I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on marijuana, and I know it's a lot of people that spend more money on marijuana than I used to. You know, I was spending, like I said, 150 to 180 a week, and plus the blunt wraps, and plus running through lighters. It's just the whole snacks for the munchies that you may accumulate during your time being high. Just a whole money. It's a never ending cycle. It's a never ending cycle. So I just want to nail this point home for sure, and get people to realize that it's a very huge issue, and it take a very chunk of change. It take a lot of money out your pocket, you know. And I want everybody to realize that and put your money in more financially smart. You know, put your money elsewhere that can actually build and actually support your future. Even if it's spending that same money doing something fun, at least you tending to your mental health other than tending to something that's just gonna suppress the feeling a little bit and most likely intensify all the bad feelings that you got and all the anxiety and depression that you're dealing with. Another thing that I want to say that like the bad effects of marijuana is the strains on your relationships. A lot of people don't realize this, but man, marijuana can definitely push you away from people. Marijuana and tobacco use as a whole, you know, like for me personally, I live on my own, so like just simply picking up the phone, talking to family or certain friends or stuff like that, like it makes it real hard, and I really don't know how to explain it because people probably be like, damn, like if you really love these people, why are you like not really communicating, talking to these people and checking up on them and stuff like that. But it's really like it was a mental thing for me, and I really can't explain it, but it's it definitely puts you away from people. It make you angry at people. It make you angry at yourself at the same time. It's just a lot of negative effects that occur from smoking marijuana, and it definitely strains relationships, and it definitely push you away from people that you love, you know. And now that I start smoking marijuana, I start reaching out to more people, start rekindling old relationships and stuff, and not really holding grudges as I used to. You know, I'm starting to really get back in tune with myself and with the people that love me, cause you know it was never no hard feelings with nobody. It was just it was a mental thing, and since I stopped smoking, I realized that that was the mental thing I was facing, you know, and I'm just glad that I was able and made it to this point that I can realize it. I know a lot of people that died, and a lot of people that's in jail for a very long time, not for weed, but or nothing like that, or not died from weed, but they just didn't make it to the point where they can realize that, okay, I'm not making the best decisions for my life, and for me to make it to that point is a very, very, very huge blessing in my eyes, you know. And one of the last things that I want to talk about is the legal consequences of smoking marijuana, you know. So even though it's a lot of places where marijuana is 100% legal, most of the people that's going to watch this video is not over the age of 21. Therefore, it's not technically legal for you to be smoking the marijuana, or you know, and that's in any state, you know. But it's a lot of legal consequences that come with it, especially like a lot of people. I'm not really gonna get into too much in depth about this because I'm not a lawyer, and plus this is like a more if you know you know situation. I don't want to kind of like rat myself out or rat, you know stuff like that. But a lot of people is 100% legal with everything they doing. Like far as like, if you know, you know. But I'm not really gonna get the detail about that. But a lot of people like certain people like for instance, like for example, like certain people like have firearms, you know. And the firearm is 100% legal. But if you're smoking marijuana around the firearm and stuff like that, then it becomes illegal, you know? So that's just like an example, like when you like that's just another and that's a very serious charge, you know, like regardless of where you at, you know. Probably not everywhere, but like where I live at, and where I'm from, cause I don't live where I'm from no more. I moved from where I'm from, but where I live at currently and where I'm from, well, where I'm from is not really a big issue no more. Cause I'm from Illinois, you know. I'm from Rockford, Illinois, you know. So marijuana is like it became a little more legal through these past couple years, you know, since like 2017, 18, 19, stuff like that. But or a little later, I'm not really sure, but you know, if you're from Illinois, you know. But like I'm not really gonna dox myself now, but where I live at now it's it's a no-go, like that it's not legal where I'm at now, you know. So it's just certain stuff like that, like it's not really the marijuana that it gets you, it's the stuff that you have around the marijuana. So like you have like firearms or you smoking marijuana, that's a very serious charge, and it's just like stuff that you can avoid just from being in tune with yourself and like not smoking or like not, you know, just stuff like that. And to end the video out, while it may be very tempting to smoke marijuana or tobacco, just know that it's really not worth it, and the risks often outweigh the benefits of smoking. By putting that money into more long term and more like stuff that encourages and promotes healthier lifestyles, and putting into more healthier alternatives, it could really make you realize that like what life is really about, you know. And to like just smoking like every day, all day, it's really it's not really about nothing, man. And it's coming from a real smoker, like a person that used to smoke every second of the day. Like soon as the high came down, the next blunt already rolled, you know. As soon as the high started to come down, the little joint or doobie that's in the ashtray is already getting sparked back up. Like I was that much of a smoker. Like 24/7. Wake up, middle of the night. Before I went back to sleep, I needed to smoke something to put me back to sleep. Like, that much of a smoker. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, now that it's really not about nothing, man. Once you get into tune with your real life and real reality, fuck the social media, fuck whatever look cool. Once you start getting into tune with your real life, you will realize, like, damn, I wasted so much time and so much money on this substance that didn't do nothing for me, or didn't didn't put me in a better situation. It only did bad for me in hindsight, you know. So that's about it for this video, man. I don't want to it's probably a long video. I ain't gonna say I don't want to make it too long, but yeah, I just want to really nail this one home because there's a lot of people going through the same situation I'm going through and got the same feelings that I had when I was smoking and stuff like that. And I wanted to be the one to tell you guys that you can stop. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I know that sounds very, very cliche, but at the same time, it is very possible. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, because it's probably not gonna be easy, but it get better with time. Like everything, it get better with time. After your first couple days to a week, you're not even gonna be craving it no more. Well, you're probably gonna be craving it, but it's not gonna be strong cravings. But once you get to your first 2, 3, 4 days, it just continue to get better with time. And find healthier alternatives to replace that, and everything will be alright, man. But I'm here to tell you guys that you can stop smoking, and you can do anything. You can do anything you put your mind to, anything, you know. But that's it for this video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, fuck with everything in the description, man. And we gone, gang.